Hello, and thank you for joining me. Today we're returning to Fallout 76, where I'm going to attempt to craft up the ideal Gauss Shotgun for my shotgunner slash power armor heavy gunner character. The shotgun that I'm looking for is a vampires plus 50% VATS hit chance plus and 25% less VATS AP cost Gauss shotgun. I've got vampires with faster reload, and last hit has a chance to deal double damage, which is not terrible. The second star is definitely not good, but I'm looking for an upgrade here, so let's give it a try and see what we can get. And for our first attempt, we got a 2-star Instigating Gauss Shotgun with bashing damage increased by 50%. So, Instigating is probably pretty good on a Gauss Shotgun just because of how hard it hits, but it's definitely not what I'm looking for, and the bashing damage increased by 50%. This is not a minigun, so it's really not doing much of anything. That effect is really only good on miniguns with the Shredder mod. So we are going to craft again here. Okay, this one's actually pretty good. We got an anti-armor Gauss shotgun with plus 50% VATS hit chance and plus 1 perception. So I prefer the Vampire's effect because the Gauss shotgun cannot be suppressed, and I do like to use a bloodied build, and it can be rather difficult to stay alive without power armor on a bloodied build that does not have power armor. So that's why I like the Vampire's effect, because I can just kind of run around like an idiot and shoot things to stay alive. The anti-armor effect is definitely going to do some extra damage over the Vampire's effect, especially considering that there is no perk that will give you armor penetration for shotguns. So that's a particularly good effect there. The second star is exactly what I want, and then the third star plus 1 perception, it's not especially exciting, but it does give some extra VATS accuracy, which is a good thing. I might keep this one around to play with, but overall it's really not what I'm looking for, so let's go on ahead and try again. And this time we got a 1-star Gourmand's Gauss Shotgun. So I am not a fan of the Gourmand's effect on weapons because it's basically 12 up to a maximum of 12% bonus damage for each of your hunger and thirst meters being 100% full. As soon as they drop down a little bit, that damage bonus is going to decrease, and the 24% is already not particularly high. So no matter how diligent you are with keeping your hunger and thirst meters full, it's going to decrease at points. So I'm just not a fan of that. It's not the worst effect around. You're not giving up a whole lot for it, but there's definitely better out there. So, and again, it's not what I'm looking for, so let's try it again. And this time we got a 1-star Suppressor's Gauss Shotgun. So the Suppressor's effect, it does what it says. It does reduce your target's damage output by 25%, but I just don't think there's that many situations in Fallout 76 where it's really that important to reduce your target's damage output. You're generally better off just taking your target down as quickly as possible and reducing their damage output to 0. It could conceivably be useful against bosses or maybe in the decryption daily ops, but again, a 1-star is probably not what you're looking for even if you are wanting that effect, so let's go on ahead and try it again. And this time we got an Instigating Gauss Shotgun again, with the last round in the magazine having 25% chance to deal double damage, and hits having a chance to generate a stealth field. So, again, the Instigating effect could be very good on the Gauss Shotgun, just because of how hard it hits base, but the second and the third star are particularly unexciting. The second star is really very much like not having a second effect at all, even if you do run out the standard 8 round magazine on this every time, you're still only going to see a benefit from that in roughly 1 out of every 32 shots. That is just way too low and way too unreliable to be worthwhile at all, in my opinion. And the hits having a chance to generate a stealth field, it's interesting, but with a weapon like this that's not suppressed, I just don't see it having a realistic chance of keeping you in stealth. So overall, basically like not having a 3rd star also. So let's go on ahead and try it again. And this time, is that the one we got? Yep, we got a Hunter's Gauss Shotgun with bashing damage increased by 50%. So the Hunter's effect is probably one of the less exciting of the Slayer's effects because there's not really any particular time that you're likely to be hunting animals. You might have to go hunt down a Deathclaw or 3 for a daily challenge on occasion, but I don't see it worth keeping a specific weapon around for those situations, especially when the Gauss Shotgun hits so hard already that even pretty much any version of it will do okay against those creatures. So, and then the bashing damage, again, this is not a minigun, so bashing damage on it is basically worthless. So, let's give it another try here. And here we got a Medic's Gauss Shotgun 1 star. So the Medic's effect is interesting. If you're looking to play a more support build type of character, then it can actually be very useful to keep your party members alive, especially if you're using VATS a lot. Well, you have to be using VATS a lot to gain the benefit from that so that you can use your crits to heal your group. But the healing that it provides to your group is actually pretty significant, and if you are critting relatively frequently, then that can do a lot to keep your party alive. Again, I'm not sure that there's that many situations where it's really that necessary, but if you're looking to play a support build, the Medic's effect is good, but you would probably still want more than just a 1 star. So let's try it again here. And here we got a Furious Gauss Shotgun, 1 star, which is not particularly exciting. The Gauss Shotgun, you get your best damage from it by charging it up. And so it does not work particularly well with the Furious effect because you need to hit your target multiple times to start seeing any benefit whatsoever from the Furious effect. You know, the first shot that you hit on the target does no extra damage. The second shot plus 5%, the third plus 10%, and so on. Up to a maximum of, I believe, plus 50%, which is decent, but you have to put so many shots on the target. And the Gauss Shotgun, it hits hard no matter what version you have. So I just don't think you're going to be seeing any benefit from that against your typical targets. So yep, definitely not what I'm looking for here. Still haven't seen a single Vampires version yet, but let's go on ahead. We've got 2 more tries, so let's go on ahead and see what we get. And here we got a 2-shot Gauss Shotgun, 1 star again, which is once again particularly unexciting, partly because of the fact that the 2-shot gives you a significant accuracy penalty, but also in part because all of the 2-shot effect does with shotguns, any type of shotgun, is it adds 1 additional pellet. So when you consider that the base damage of a shotgun that you see on the card is divided up amongst 8 pellets, you're basically adding 1 additional pellet, and I think you're adding 20% to the base damage and dividing that up amongst 9 pellets. It's really just very, very unexciting. This is an explosive weapon, so you could see some benefit from it, but you're already firing 8 pellets, so the extra pellet is just not doing a whole lot for you. So yeah, this is not an ideal 1-star Gauss Shotgun. So we got 1 more try here. Let's see if we can get something good. Come on. And let's see here. Got to figure out which one it was that we got. Oh, we got the Berserkers Gauss Shotgun here, 3-star at least, with plus 50% limb damage and faster movement speed while aiming. So, the Berserkers effect is definitely not what I'm looking for on a Gauss Shotgun, because they are loud, they cannot be suppressed, so you are basically just an easy target if you're not wearing armor. It's a lot harder to stay alive when you are at full health with no armor than you are at low health with good armor. The plus 50% limb damage, that's really not one of my favorite effects. It's good if you're looking to try to cripple something, especially like maybe the Scorchbeast Queen's wings to get her to land or something. But shotguns have the Enforcer perk, which already gives you an excellent chance to cripple them, where each pellet has a chance to trigger that effect to cripple the limb. So plus 50% limb damage on a shotgun is especially unexciting in my opinion. And then the faster movement speed while aiming, well, my characters all have speed demons, so that does nothing for them. Even if I didn't, I don't spend a lot of time running around the battlefield aiming while I'm moving. So overall, this one's a dud. Didn't get anything good today. Didn't even get a single vampires. So yeah, we did get that anti-armor one, which is kind of interesting. I might hold on to that just because it doesn't weigh a whole lot for me because of the shotgunner perk that reduces weight. But overall, not what I was looking for today, but that's the way it goes sometimes. Anyway, I appreciate you tuning in, and if you enjoyed content like this, please be sure to like, subscribe, and comment. It really helps the channel out, and it doesn't cost you any money. And thanks for tuning in.